Welcome to this week's episode of Humans in 5.
Today, we're going to reignite one of the greatest battles known to humankind, sibling rivalry.
Indeed, this dinner time debate regarding which sibling is better, the older or the younger, or the ever-fraught middle children. Now, obviously, parents do their darndest to not have a favorite, but sometimes researchers step in to add fuel to the fire.
A few weeks ago, Lehman and colleagues published a study on how birth order might impact sibling intelligence. They were seeking to figure out whether older or younger siblings got an advantage due to their position in the family order.
They concluded that the smartest sibling was the eldest sibling. Now, how do you begin to determine which sibling is the smartest? The researchers in this study used a variety of English, maths, and problem-solving tests to determine which sibling performed best.
However, they found that no one sibling performed better than the others. All achieved similar scores when they were tested. But the researchers also asked each child how they felt they did on their tests. The oldest siblings walked out of their tests feeling like they'd done pretty well, while the younger siblings felt like they didn't perform very well.
Why would older siblings feel like they are the smarter child, while younger siblings feel like they aren't quite as talented? The researchers attributed this to the amount of energy and time parents are able to invest in their older siblings. When the first child is born, parents have a lot of time to dedicate to just that one child. As more and more siblings come along, parents have to partition their time between the siblings rather than dedicating all of their time to the younger children.
That's right. Apparently this me time awarded to older siblings, since they don't have to share their parents with anyone else, meant that parents could dedicate more time and care to support their child's learning. Older siblings get the sense that they're doing better because they've had a lot of individual reinforcement and praise, while younger siblings have had less attention directed their way as the family grows.
Okay, so on one level, this makes sense. But there's one flaw in this study. Can you ever really measure intelligence or smartness? While the test didn't find any significant differences in the smartness of the children, each child's perception of how they did might be shaped by the test itself. For example, some people really struggle with multiple choice tests, while others thrive on them. Individual differences like this can end up shaping test performance and perception, even though they have little to do with actual capability and intelligence.
So, back to the study at hand. Lehman and colleagues were focused on looking at factors that might explain why older siblings feel smarter, but they also found that parents' attitudes towards child rearing changed as they had more and more kids.
For example, parents took more risks with the younger siblings. They were more lackadaisical in how they engaged with their younger children. In particular, they found that mothers were less likely to follow recommended pregnancy guidelines, like drinking less alcohol or seeking prenatal care. Since pregnancy number 1 went so well, mothers figure, let bygones be bygones, she'll be right.
And again, we know that parents love all their children equally, and a lot of these effects are unconscious reactions to the realities of managing a family. Overall, the key takeaway from this study is that the differences between children were social rather than biological. How we socialize and encourage children can have a huge impact, both on how they view themselves and how they think they're performing.
Hopefully this hasn't fueled your battles with your siblings, and we'll see you next time on Humans in 5.